of President Trump say that no matter what people around him say, the president himself has really been the person giving his critics their ammunition. We can think back to his response after Charlottesville when he said there are very fine people that go to Nazi rallies.
Ah, yes, PBS, the public broadcasting system for communists. Isn't it so great that our tax dollars go to pay for a public broadcasting system that is used as a propaganda vehicle for the far left and the Democrat Party? Oh, I'm sure they just love it if we had one of those. Welcome back, everyone. Today, we're going to do a little fact check of the fact checkers, because the fact checkers are actually lying political operatives whose job it is to repeat those lies over and over in the hopes that their opposition will just get tired of refuting it. Too bad for them, I'm really hard-headed. Over at PBS, the overinflated flaming bag of dog poop known as Yamanchi was given a platform on the publicly funded airwaves to spew a bunch of long debunked lies about Trump in response to prominent black voices like Herschel Walker and former Democrat Georgia State Rep Vernon Jones, insisting Trump is not the racist the DNC media says he is.
Yamiche Alcindor, our White House correspondent, Lisa Desjardins, our Capitol Hill correspondent. And Yamiche, what we are seeing is an aggressive attempt on the part of this party and of President Trump to say, I'm not a racist. We heard that from Herschel Walker a few minutes ago. We're hearing now from State Representative Jones of Georgia to saying this president does have support among black Americans to push back on the narrative that they say is not the whole picture about him.
That is the truth, because everything that the Democrat Party and the media have used to claim that Trump is a liar over the last 4 years has been based on purposely mischaracterized quotes and just outright lies. Why do I have a feeling that Yamanchi is going to use these long debunked lies to claim that Trump is in fact a racist? And remember that we're all supposed to believe that this woman is a principled, professional journalist.
That's right. And the Republican Party as a whole in 2012 did a really long autopsy trying to figure out how to expand their base and how to diversify the party. Then came Donald Trump, and he did the exact opposite of what the party said. He focused on racial division. He focused on immigration. He called immigrants rapists and criminals.
If you didn't know any better, you would literally think that this woman was a spokesperson for the Biden campaign or the Democrat Party. That's a partisan political narrative, not a summary of Trump's presidency from an objective reporter. But did you catch her evidence for her claims that Trump was running on racial division? She said that he called immigrants racist and criminals. Oh boy, yeah, that old one. But as we know, he didn't do that. He said some of the people illegally crossing the borders are rapists and criminals, which is an undeniable fact. With 80% of women illegally crossing the border being raped, there's little doubt of that. But the point is, if Trump is so obviously racist, why do they have to constantly lie to prove it?
Said we needed more police, not less police. Said we needed more police, not less police.
Okay, he said that we needed more police, not less. This proves that he's a racist? Are you as confused as I am? Don't you just love how we're just supposed to accept whatever comes out of these idiots' mouths? What evidence is there that less police would be better for black people? According to a recent Gallup poll, 81% of black Americans don't want less police. Wrong again, Yamanchi. Despite what you may think, you do not speak for all black people.
And of course, while he's in office, President Trump has really beat up on the Black Lives Matter movement. He's called people anarchists. He's called them not good for America.
Again, how does this prove that he's a racist? Lots of people are against Black Lives Matter, the organization. And yes, it is made up of socialists, Marxists, communists, and anarchists. Are we all supposed to just fall in line because this group calls themselves Black Lives Matter? What if Nazis start a group called the Good Guys? Do we all join up or risk being called the bad guys? The level of critical thinking on display here is just sad, especially for a supposed professional. Just think, your tax dollars are going to pay for this.
He's really called into question whether or not people should be taking to the streets after we see deaths like Jacob Blake in Wisconsin or George Floyd in Minnesota.
Oh, what did she just say?
After we see deaths like Jacob Blake in Wisconsin or George Floyd in Minnesota.
dead. He's very much alive. He's paralyzed, yeah, but not dead. I guess the moral of this story is not to fight police when you're being lawfully detained, especially when you have a record of domestic violence, sexual violence, gun violence, and violence against the police. Reaching into your vehicle as police are trying to arrest you, probably not a great idea either. Listen, pro tip. If you're being unlawfully detained, just go with it. And then afterwards, you can sue the department for thousands of dollars. Why isn't this message being promoted in the media? Instead, they're saying insane shit like this.
That is why he took that taser. He was trying to fight back because every time we don't fight back, we die.
But yeah, another simple, easily researched fact that was clearly too hard for Yamachi to get right.
Critics of President Trump say that no matter what people around him say, the president himself has really been the person giving his critics their ammunition. We can think back to his response after Charlottesville when he said there are very fine people that go to Nazi rallies.
He's in, boys! He did it! He said it!
This is just the lie that will not die. And unbelievably, she gets it more wrong than usual. She claims Trump said, quote, "There are very fine people who go to Nazi rallies?" I can assure you, Yamachi, he never said anything of the sort. You would think that you'd be able to find some video or a transcript or something to back up your claims. Look, we all know that this claim is bullshit, so I'm not going to spend any time on it. Even the freaking BBC, British state media, fact-checked it. U.S. media, on the other hand, keeps revising the lie and regurgitating it, knowing that most of their followers will continue to believe it. That's all I have for today. Please hit that like button, share, and subscribe. It really helps my videos. If you want to support this channel, you can do so by using one of the platforms that are listed in the description or pinned comment. Thanks for watching. Keep coming back.